Alright, so in this video, I'm going to talk about skill and competitive aspects regarding the Halo games, and how it's kind of some stuff that you should consider. You'll hear me out in the video. I'll go into detail. I've made videos like this in the past before, but you know, this time I'm going to go full retard and really lay it down. Okay, sorry. In the beginning, though, I'm going to, of course, play this funny clip. Me and my brother are fighting one guy because only one guy is left on the team right now. Everyone else rage quit. So this stubborn bastard is still actually trying to do something about us. And me and my brother are driving around in the Warthog, and I have a sniper rifle, and I'm just spawn raping him no-scope style from the passenger seat. Totally hilarious. And I land this epic shot. It's totally funny. Check it out. Just so you can see that again. So he's hitting us with a concussion rifle, and we're flying around like fucking crazy, you know, like just flopping around all over, doing tons of flips here, and land it just right on that rock, and boom. Take that, Hefe. Totally sweet. But yeah, what was I fucking talking about? All right, skill as far as that goes in the Halo games. Now, a common argument that I always hear as to why Halo 3 is a better game than Halo Reach is because Halo 3 takes more skill than Reach. Duh, right? That's the argument. And I guess that's kind of true, you know. Like, I noticed the auto aim on like sniper rifles is less in Halo 3 than it is in Reach. And I noticed there's a few more like skill jumps you can do on certain maps for Halo 3 versus Halo Reach, where that stuff isn't as prolific. So yeah, and there's the rank system, you know, the 1 to 50 rank system is overall better than the Reach Arena rank system. Like, don't get me wrong, they're both flawed. I mean, Halo 3's rank system, it's pretty easy to get to a 50 so long as you're decent, and you win more than you lose, basically. So, yeah, that's not too impressive. Somebody with like a 1.05 KD can get a fucking 50 in Halo 3. He barely kills more than he dies, but apparently he's 50 material, you know. And then in Reach, of course, the arena rank system is flawed in that it promotes selfish behavior instead of team-based behavior. Like, let's say, for example, well, since the Reach Arena rank system is based on assists, deaths, and kills, so if you get assists and kills, that's good, yay for you. But if you get deaths, then that hurts you. And if you quit, that hurts you. The flaw is that if, let's say you're my teammate and you have a rocket launcher and the enemy just hurt you, well, it's actually in my best interest to finish you off for the enemy, give them a point. That way you drop your rocket launcher, so now I have your rocket launcher, and now I get to use it on enemies at my own free will and get easy fucking kills, which helps me. Yeah, it fucks you over, but it helps me, even though you're my teammate. So, you see what I mean? That's like a huge flaw in the system. Plus, nobody really liked Arena anyway, and it's super unpopular, and hardly anyone's fucking playing it. But hey, I guess you could say the same thing about Halo 3 Ranked. Hardly anyone's in Halo 3 Ranked. Like, if you go on Halo 3 right now, your best bet of finding games is maybe Lone Wolves Ranked sometimes, but pretty much it's just Social Slayer that you'll find games in. Anyway, yeah, so I watched this video of this guy playing Halo Reach in a MLG match on Sanctuary, and he got the rocket launcher, and he injured this one guy first, then finished him off with the DMR. His second rocket, he landed on this guy perfectly, killed him, double kill. Then he dropped down and saw an injured guy hiding behind a rock. He one-shot him in the face with the DMR and killed him, triple kill. And then the last enemy on the enemy team comes at him, shooting him first, But because this guy's pretty badass, he managed to strafe the shots and out-DMR the motherfucker fast enough to get an overkill extermination. So, those who say that Reach isn't skillful are fucking retards, because there is some skill to the game. I guess you could argue that Halo 3 is a little bit more skillful, but to say that Halo 3 is skillful and to say that Reach just plain fucking isn't skillful is a stretch. That's fucking ridiculous. Come on. It's a competitive arena shooter. There's going to be some level of skill, alright? But the question is, how much skill, and should you take this shit seriously? And honestly, like, compared to, like, a mouse and keyboard shooter, you know, like Counter-Strike or the original Quake games, you know, like, where there's, like, no health regeneration and like, no auto-aim, like, that's where you should be at if you want to take yourself seriously competitively when it comes to shooting games. But whatever, you got a bunch of dumbasses who think Halo is the ultimate fucking competitive video game, and that's just plain fucking wrong and stupid. Like, honestly, you should be playing Halo because it's fun. You shouldn't be playing it because you're trying to prove that you're the best fucking player in the world. That's ridiculous. That just turns you into an elitist asshole who wants to brag and talk shit to everybody. Trust me, I'd been that kid when I was 18 years old. You don't want to be that guy. Trust me. So anyway, though I say here, I said, don't take any game too seriously on a competitive level. Games are always better when you're just playing for fun and trying to have a good time, rather than trying to prove that you're the best and prove how much better you are than someone else. And it really is stupid when you think about it. So let me break it down. So many things that you got to take into consideration. Controller. Like, what if I'm using a badass SCUF controller or Elite Xbox One controller or some shit, and my enemy is not? What if he's using a standard wireless controller that's like 4 years old, that has sticky buttons, faulty bumpers, a near useless D-pad that doesn't register, analogs that are making you drift, so it's like impossible to stand still without slowly creeping or slowly looking around? Yeah, obviously I would have the advantage, right? My controller doesn't suck balls like yours does. So you got to take that into consideration. Okay, now moving on, we got natural human abilities. What if I'm smarter and naturally more creative in the way I play? What if I'm born with naturally quick reflexes and you're not? What if I have good eye-hand coordination and you don't? What if I'm not missing fingers? What if you are, or some shit? I don't know. Should I win simply because of the gifts that, quote, God, unquote, gave me? Maybe. Maybe not. Connection. If you have if you live in America and you live in a big city and you have a high quality like connection that's like a T1 internet connection or something like that, you're going to pull host more and you're going to have a smoother online experience versus some Mexico kid who's running off a fucking Walmart connection, you know? Like, host matters, guys. It fucking matters. Having a good internet connection fucking matters. So I know sometimes bad players will blame lag all the time, but guess what? Sometimes blaming lag makes total fucking sense. Even pro players like that Sudoff kid, he fucking bitches and complains about shitty host all the fucking time. He even has a video. You can go look it up right now where he just gets fucked by lag, where he like shoots a guy who's one shot right in the fucking head with a BR at close range on Construct, right in the fucking head, and no kill, but he dies instead. And of course he was all like, "What the fuck? I shot him in the fucking head!" Yeah, you know, shit like that. Anyway, the disc. Depending on how quality your copy of the disc is, some games run the disc better. I've played Invasion Slayer a lot, of course, as you know, in Reach, and a lot of the time it'll say, like, player's disc has failed to load the map, and it won't play that map, and it'll have to bring up other fucking maps. Like, shit like that happens. Your Xbox, depending on the quality of your Xbox or the shape that it's in, some Xboxes run the game better. If you got one of those newer high-end Xboxes, it's going to run smoother. Storage, depending on how much clutter you have on your hard drive, affects how the game runs a little bit. I noticed my my Xbox that I'm using right now to record right now with, it doesn't lag at all because it only has like Halo and like a couple other games on it. But my main Xbox that has like fucking 100 games worth of downloadable content, and not downloadable content, but you know, like memory, saves, that kind of stuff. Some kind of form of memory, you know. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't fucking buy DLC for everything. I try not to buy DLC. But I'm just saying, a lot of memory on that Xbox, and I noticed it sometimes lags a little bit more than an Xbox that's pretty much free of memory storage. Anyway, sound system and microphone. Some people have better mics and better surround sound entertainment systems, you know. Lifestyle. Some folk are rich and have few problems in life compared to others, so they have all the time in the world to practice and learn everything about the game in great detail. Unlike some kids who have to work all the time and they don't have as much time to practice. Simple as that. Your age, that you got to take that in consideration. Usually 9 times out of 10, a little 8-year-old kid is going to get his ass kicked by a 20-year-old or a 30-year-old just because the older guy is smarter and usually has more experience. Team. If you have a decent team, of course you're going to do a lot better. If you're playing with a bunch of scrandoms, you're going to get shit on. Glitches. Every game has glitches, and sometimes some glitches will get you totally fucked over. Once I stuck a dude with a sticky grenade in Reach, and it literally bounced off of him. The video is somewhere on my channel. You can find it. Luck. Of course, there's the luck factor. One time I was on Spire, and some guy fell off the fucking tower, and he was using a rocket launcher. And when he fell off the tower, he landed right next to me. I was just walking along, picked up his dead body rocket launcher there, and then I got attacked by 4 enemy elites, and I killed all fucking 4 of them and got an extermination. And that never would have happened if it weren't for the rocket launcher just so happening to show up at that right time. Like, ridiculous. Luck is in everything. Some people don't believe in luck. Those people are fucking morons. Luck affects everything. If you're driving down the street and you get run over by a semi-truck, and it was totally his fault, that's called bad luck, dude. You know, if you're walking down the street and you find a fucking quarter, heads up, you got yourself 25 cents. Good luck to you, you know? Come on. Luck is a thing, all right? And weak rank systems, I already talked about the rank systems, how they're not perfect, how every rank system in every video game is flawed to a certain degree. Yeah, spawns. In most game types, you can't control where you spawn, so a lot of the time you'll spawn only to get sniped in the face or blown up by a rocket launcher. So that's pretty random. Mentality. What if I was going to 1v1 you, right, and we're going to see who's better based on this one fucking match, right? That's dumb. But let's say we're going to do that. What if you just got off of work and you're tired? Or what if your mom and dad just got brutally murdered by the Winter Soldier or something? Yeah, you're not going to be in the right mindset to fight me one-on-one. You're going to be distraught. You're going to be depressed, and it's not going to work out for you. Yeah, I mean, there are other things I could go into. This is just kind of a synopsis of stuff that I thought about, you know. But, yeah, you shouldn't take competitive gaming too fucking seriously, you know? Like, I know sometimes you get into it and, you know, you get real immersed into the combat and you're at the edge of your seat and there's only a minute left and the score is like 49-49. Whoever gets the next kill fucking wins. Oh, shit, high stakes, motherfucker. You know, like, yeah, it can get intense and you can start getting into it, but at the end of the day, just remember, it's a dumbass fucking video game. It doesn't mean shit whether you win or if you lose. Just try to have fun, right? That's what matters most. Try to have fun, which is why Halo 4 and Halo 5 suck balls, because they're not nearly as fun as a Bungie Halo game is, and that's just a fact. I mean, the lack of content and the cheap shit that they're pulling with microtransactions and copying games like Call of Duty, you know what I mean? There's like no point to get a 343 Halo game. There really isn't. They're pretty shitty shooters altogether and definitely terrible Halo games. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say about that. See ya.